Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the old school gamer, Coach Ruckus. And what we're going to talk about now are trades. We're going to be talking about trading and everything. Now, again, nothing like Madden 12. Madden 12, you can trade as much as you wanted to. You can trade. You can still do the same thing with Madden 13. But here's the problem that you're going to come with. You got to look at the numbers. Are the numbers feasible for you to make a trade with somebody that is going to hurt you in the long run? I know sometimes you get in leagues with guys that want to get Aaron Rodgers or Megatron or all these big name guys to really stack their team up. If you're thinking that way, you're going to fail, because not only are you going to get hit on the cap, but the problem is that you got to renegotiate the contracts. And if you don't have enough money to negotiate the contracts when it comes time, you're going to lose those players. And then when it comes to free agent bidding on the back end, it's going to bite you on the tail. So what I want you to do when it comes to trading, what I want you to do is make logical trades. Think about it like this. If you have a starter that is good, do not trade him. The way this thing works, the way these leagues work, is that you can build yourself up through the draft. You can build your players up on the back end. So don't be so hasty to sit around and grab a bunch of numbers, because as soon as you grab a bunch of numbers, you're going to start losing money. And it's very important, very, very important to keep your money. So what I would recommend you doing, guys, check this out. I remember when we were at a community day and I was watching Mad Scientist. He had all this paper laid out. He was writing up stuff and keeping notes. Guys, I'm letting you know, get notebooks, get papers, get pens, start writing stuff down. It's so much more than just, I'm just going to grab this player. You got to look at the numbers. You got to look at the figures. You got to figure that, you know what, is this trade going to help me in the long run? That's the most important thing. Don't grab a guy that's on his last year of the contract. Someone's going to try to trade him off to you. You take on this contract, you take on that cap, and then what's going to happen is you're going to have to renegotiate that contract, which might hurt you on the back end. So just be careful when you're going for trades. Trade what you need, but don't trade a lot. It's just like the NFL, guys. You don't see teams making huge trades. Now, don't forget, I'm a Cowboy fan, so this is not like what the Dallas did back in the day with Herschel Walker. I know, I had to mention that to you guys. The thing I want you to realize is that when you trade, you got to make sure you make the right trade. So if somebody's offering you something, what I would recommend you doing is start asking for draft picks. Don't ask for other players, ask for draft picks. Because the good thing about a draft pick, when you ask about it, and I'll talk about that later, is that it's not going to really affect your cap space. But what it will do is it'll allow you to use that as leverage later on in the draft, which we'll talk about later. But do not trade people for people, because if you don't understand the numbers and how the game works, it's going to hurt you at the end. And some of these guys are savvy. Some of these guys know, I want to get rid of some cap space, so let me give this to this guy. It'll lower my cap down. It'll raise his up. So ask for draft picks. Don't ask for players. Get as many draft picks you can. Then later on, use those for leverage, okay? So this is just a quick tip for you guys with the new leagues that you're starting in Madden 13 as far as trading for players.